MLB The Show fans, I'm afraid lightning has struck San Diego studio.
Juan Soto is your June Lightning Player of the Month, leading the league in homers, WRC+, F4. Carson, what do we see with Soto here?
I see the hitter everyone has been waiting for. What a Lightning player. The contact and power versus right. He can hold his own against the left. I think people are going to be very excited for this card that comes out in an hour.
And it's 100% grindable. He's got 100+ in all the categories that matter to our fans. He's going to be a must-have addition for your weekend classic lineups especially. And it won't take too much to get him, but we'll get over that very soon.
Yeah, let's go back to the camera. Welcome everyone to another episode of The Show Live, our 11th episode of MLB
crazy?
25. First one on a Thursday, which is pretty cool.
We've done a stream now Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
So we got to find some time to do a Monday one.
We're going to have to do a Monday
point.
one at some point.
Saturday? Weekend stream.
Ooh.
So thanks for joining, everyone. We had to get the content out a day early. Everyone has July 4th off tomorrow.
Right.
So
3-day weekend.
Lots of benefits here just for, having the holiday, celebrating. We got to get this content out within the hour, and we're going to have a lot to talk about, Ashley. But first, let's talk about the game update that went out this morning. It was a small update, but it had a ton of great likeness updates for some of our some big names. I think like Jack Caglione.
Oh, that's a big one.
Morjan, pitcher for the Padres. Some good names there. Check out theshow.com. It'll have that whole list there. Some of those faces will get updated after this content drop, so don't be alarmed if you don't see them yet. But that's not it, Ashley. We had a really cool Yu Darvish program come out this week.
Right, yeah. We have player programs in the game. Most of our fans know that category for our Cornerstone Evolution programs, but now we're starting to see some individual player programs hit that category. Yu Darvish took the content world by storm with that program earlier this week. So if you haven't already, pick up that Yu Darvish. Again, another arm for your rotation come Weekend Classic in an hour.
Yeah, I was playing through that yesterday, actually, and I love Darvish cards historically, so it's cool to get one just by playing the game.
And he's
pretty
like
easy program.
a semi-funky motion, which is hard to pick up, so it plays very well.
And some quirky pitches for sure. So go get Yu Darvish right now while you watch the stream and get ready for all this great content. Before we keep things going, we have to talk about everything we're going to do today. We have the Lightning player.
Right. We started off big with today's
Huge.
stream, but we still have Retro and Spotlight Drop 4.
And I'm really excited for Spotlight Drop 4. No giveaways right now, but I'm sure
know,
people
Carson,
can assume. We also have the Weekend Classic 4, some great rewards there. And then, of course, the 5th inning XP reward path. You guys already saw one of the bosses on socials, but we're going to go through the other two and all the other great content, Ashley. Before we keep it going, I think we need to bring in our good friend Sebrev.
Let's bring in Sebrev. Sebrev, what up?
Hello. I'm so blurry for some reason. Thanks for having
great.
me on. Thanks. Yeah.
I don't have my glasses, so maybe that's why.
It's good
It's
to
on
have you,
purpose,
Cody.
I promise. Yeah, thanks.
There you go.
Welcome to the show live. We are going to keep the content going. All this great content is going to be coming within the hour. But before we get going, we need to show them the retro lightning. We already showed them the normal lightning.
Right.
So we might as well. We're not messing around.
Back to the dev kit. Juan Soto is your normal Lightning, but new legend to MLB The Show 25. Bobby Grich is your June retro Lightning player. Cody, talk us through Bobby Grich.
Bobby Grich, I loved his Jolt card earlier in the year. Second base is a position I've been looking for a new player for. 1979 June, he raked. You get the 120 clutch with this card. Some reverse splits a bit too. Very good card. I'm excited to use him.
Yeah, really cool retro lightning choice here. I'm excited to see him in the game for sure.
Absolutely. So Soto and Grich are your two Lightnings for the month of June. And I know everybody wants to know, how do we get Juan Soto? What's the last missing piece to get him? You might already know if you follow us on socials, but just in case you haven't, I think Cody, Carson, do we start at the very end or do we work our way to him?
It's a good question, Cody. What are you feeling?
Let's work our way up, I think. Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
So back to the Dev Kid June Spotlight Drop 4 program. It is your final program for the month of June. And Carson, we're seeing something a little different to start off this reward path.
Yeah, I noticed this yesterday as we were getting all the content ready. No Tops Now players in this program. All Spotlight Drop players, which is pretty cool.
Right. And it's important because Spotlight players are going to help you in, say, collecting for Ted Williams.
I guess they would, wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Easy W there to start with
More
this
and more
reward
cards to round out that collection. But Cody, we're seeing Spotlight. We're seeing each of every last week's packs flowing into the program. We have Michael Bush, but then we also have an April Spotlight Drop pack. Do you want to speak a little bit to that?
Yeah, still just wanting to make Santana from April obtainable for everybody. So tossing another guaranteed spotlight player from April in this program that you'll get just from playing through. On top of getting a pack for every June spotlight drop that we had throughout the month.
Yeah, off the jump, I'm just seeing this reward path similar to the May Spotlight Drop 5, just littered with packs, littered with great players. So this is definitely a program people are going to want to start with once we get the content going.
Right. More players, more collection builders, more team builders, but I've been passing over some names. Let's take a second, start going over some attributes. Carson, Cody, Alec Burleson is kind of living it up for St. Louis.
Yeah, he had a great June, hitting 317, 6 home runs, and 21 RBIs in the month. I mean, you're going to see the contact maxed out versus right. He pretty much hit every righty he saw, and it's cool to see that celebrated in this reward path.
Right, yeah. The Cardinals, not very much a power-hitting team this year. Like, yes, of course, they have power, but not as much as maybe you would expect out of the Cardinals, historically,
Sure.
at least. But Alec Burleson getting the job done, Cody. Any notes?
Yeah, 125 contact right, 125 clutch. That'll definitely play. I also love the way this guy just hits in real life. You know, his discipline is 32 because he just refuses to walk. Like, he will not walk. He just wants to go up there and rake. It's awesome. Yeah.
I love that, yeah.
I respect it.
He goes up to the
125
plate with bad intentions.
Exactly.
We like that.
And a lefty, sassy lefty.
Yeah, definitely. This is a cool card. And, I mean, what is it, like 60 program stars?
Right, 60 stars.
Just wait till we get to the end of this reward pass. Some really good cards along with him.
Oh, it'll be exciting. And if we want to go full screen here, even though I know you've been eyeballing a certain player on this reward path just so we don't spoil the end reward, Carson, we have to turn it over to you.
Yeah,
CJ Abrams.
I can't stop looking at him. He's perfect. So excited to see him in the reward path. CJ has been playing really good ball in the month of June. And it's cool to see him celebrated here. I mean, great hitting, great clutch, and like I've been looking for a shortstop. Honestly, it's been a little bit of a revolving door. I'm excited to plug and play CJ in here.
Right. I feel like every stream for the past 3, 4, 5 have been just like national focused, if you will. The youth movement is strong and they keep showing up and showing out.
Yeah, and I mean, shout out to the live content team helping out with the Nats fans. They definitely have a young core that's exciting. They're a little streaky, day to day, but sometimes you just blink and they have 15 runs on the board, like against the Angels last weekend. So pretty cool to see CJ here in the Spotlight Reward.
Yeah, CJ is incredible, but we have one more card to show off for all of you today. And I heard he was in tough competition, Cody, of being the Lightning player for this month. So talk us through Joe Adell.
Yeah, Joe Adell, very close to being the Lightning. Of course, you got Juan Soto, which is a sick Lightning, but attributes-wise, this guy could also be a Lightning. So much power and so much contact versus left. I mean, 11 home runs in June. This card is nasty.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ashley.
I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to say what I'm sure many of our fans are thinking. If you would have told me in 2020, 2021 time frame that Joe Adell was going to be a future drop 4 player, almost beating out for Lightning, I would have been like, nah.
Yeah, for sure.
But he has continued to grind, make a stay with the Angels at the big league level, and it's honestly paying off for him.
Yeah, shout out Lane and J-Ro, too. Some Angels fans in the office. He's been playing great baseball, and This is the second time. So we had the James Wood at the end of the May drops.
Right.
And then we have a super playable card you can earn at the end of the June drops, which is pretty cool. You can go in and knock out this program pretty quickly and get some really good cards.
I love that you mentioned James Wood because I will forever be a fangirl of James Wood. He is still in my lineup. And I don't know if you saw right before we went live, he's going to be in the Home Run Derby.
I'm so excited. He's going to win the Home Run Derby. I'm calling it now,
calling
chat.
it now? Whoa, interesting. Y'all got to keep Carson honest as we watch the Home Run Derby in just a couple of weeks. But that is the program reward path for Drop 4. If we want to go back to the dev kit, what we're also seeing, I should say before we move on, we have another one of those June Spotlight Any packs here, Cody.
Yeah, this is, again, a guaranteed Spotlight player, so there's no tops now that you can pull from here. I know that Brooks Lee has been making waves, and he's going to be on my squad for Weekend Classic for sure. So this is another opportunity to get a Spotlight player from June. And you see some of the new pack players for the last drop here, too. Jazz and Winseal. Yep.
Yeah, these are some great cards. I love including this pack at the end of the reward path just to help get you guys to that retro Lightning player. You're just going to get a ton of great rewards playing this Spotlight Drop 4 for sure.
Yeah, there's 5 total June Spotlight packs. You have all the Spotlight players, including Joe Adell. So people are going to be seeing significant progress if they've been keeping up with Spotlight drops 1 through 3. Joe Adell is your missing piece to unlocking Juan Soto. And then to the pack drop 2, your favors of the gods are with you there, getting you as many Spotlight cards from drops 1 through 4. And then, of course, the Any pack, you're guaranteed a Spotlight.
Yeah, and I'm seeing in chat, some people want to see former cover athlete Jazz Chisholm's attributes.
Y'all are going to make me say it. You like Jazz?
Oh, wow, he kills righties. Let's go.
What we seeing with Jazz here, Cody?
Yeah, Carson took the words out of my mouth. Crushing righties and still pretty good speed, and third base primary, that's where he's been playing for the Yankees. So pretty cool. I don't know if he's ever had a third base primary.
That's a good call out. Yeah, third base, and then not to mention the secondaries, second base and center field. He's going to have a little bit of flexibility there, which we love. And I know we're seeing a lot of chats wanting to see Perez. The Tigers. I think I just saw a stat that in the last 162 games between this season and last season, they are 100 wins to 62 losses. It's just incredible the run they're going on. But Cody, talk us through Perez.
Yeah, I mean, he crushes lefties. That's something you're probably going to want for this Weekend Classic for sure. Kind of looks like Bernie Williams, but can play anywhere. Pretty gross. He's got 3 infield positions along with the right field primary. So, yeah, big fan of his card last year, too.
Yeah, he's been a huge part of that resurgence you're talking about with the Tigers. They're playing great ball too, and yeah, I love switch hitters. I love guys that can kill lefties, especially in the Weekend Classic, like Cody talked about.
Switch hitters are my absolute favorite, but that is the reward path officially for the Drop 4 program. But how are we making progress throughout this program? We're going to have moments as per usual. If you want to hit it back up on the dev kit, play through the Spotlight players moments as well as you start making progress through the program. Then, as per usual, we have our missions of the players featured in this program. I got a really cool note from Brian. So we changed it up a little bit from May Spotlight Drop 5 to June Spotlight Drop 4, where we typically have PXP-based missions per the featured players. We're going in a little different direction. We're going some stat-based missions for them. Let us know if you like it. Leave the feedback. However, you're still going to have that all-encompassing PXP mission with those players. So essentially, everything's going to count from every pitch to every at-bat, whether it's the stat, whether it's the PXP.
Yeah, so what I'm hearing is you can knock out these stat-based missions while still getting the big PXP repeatable missions. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think people will like that.
And that stays true from the May Spotlight Drop 4 or 5 program, We're going to more stat missions, but then Cody, the repeatable PXP mission returns this time around.
Yeah, repeatable PXP. So if you use any players from June Tops Now Spotlight, you can just run this over and over and get some extra points for the progress. I love this folder too. It kind of really shows off like everything you can earn through the June Spotlight drops that we've put out. You know, if you just run through all the programs, you're getting Hunter Goodman, Evan Carter, Collect those, you get Rafael Devers, then you move on to Arenado, and today you're going to get a ton of good monthly players and Joe Adele too. So you could hop on, just do June Spotlight programs, and have a very good squad at the end of it.
Yeah, I agree. Took
Enough
the words
said.
right out of my mouth.
Moving on with the program progress, we have even more just general stats for you all to work through. You'll see some of them are based upon what players did throughout the month of June, like CJ Abrams stolen bases, like Michael Busch just hitting tanks for the Cubs, a couple more generic missions, but really each of these folders are telling the story of why these players, whether it was past spotlight drops, whether it's this spotlight drop, are making a name, getting their cards, and eventually finding a place in each of your lineups.
Yeah, what I'm seeing is just tons of different ways to go about this program, which is really nice. Play the way you want to play and work your way through all 100 of those program points.
Right. And Cody, I got to turn it to you as one of the best players in the studio. No disrespect to J-Ro. I know you won the belt, but live content team, we're coming for you next year. But Cody, we have not one, but 2 extreme moments.
Yeah, play the way you want to. I love these extreme moments. Spencer Steer's 3 home run day. That's going to get you 30 points. And then, yeah, the Orioles scoring 22 runs against the Rays. So hop in on All-Star and win the game by scoring 22 runs. That'll get you 30 points. This one's going to be tough, I think. 22 is a lot.
It's epic.
It
I'm
is.
going to give it a try. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, but I'm going to give it a try.
It's fun. One of my favorite things to do is once we go live with the content is I always check out Twitch streams, and many people go to these optional extreme moments
You get
first.
so many points for
And
it.
it's so I mean, as you were saying, 30 from this one, 30 from the other one. That gets you straight to Alec Burleson.
Yeah, and then you're coasting from there. Like
Absolutely.
You'll be able to knock
do the
out.
rest of the moments, you're basically done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But that is Spotlight Drop 4. Joe Adell is your final reward. Reminder, collect Hunter Goodman, Evan Carter, Nolan Arenado, and Joe Adell. Those are your 4 keys to unlocking that Lightning Juan Soto.
Yeah, hopefully you've been keeping up with the spotlight drops. We've been trying to tell you to do it. But if you haven't, you can always go back and knock those out and get that Juan Soto, who absolutely rakes.
Yeah. Any more thoughts on Spotlight, Cody?
I think we covered it. Yeah, just exciting to have Soto as a Lightning. I don't know if we've ever done a Mets Lightning either, so that's pretty cool. He's going to rake. Yeah, he's hopping on the squad very fast.
All right, so now Spotlight is through, Lightning is revealed. I think it's time to talk Weekend Classic, and why not jump to the players our fans saw revealed earlier today. Who is on the line to be earned? Cody, Andrew McCutcheon.
Kutch, yes. Love Kutch. This is a prime card, 96 overall. One of the best careers I've seen, just growing up. And, yeah, just great attributes across the board. 85 speed, 80 fielding is going to play in center field. Over 80 power both sides. Great contact, great clutch.
Yeah, I love seeing the prime continue to make their way through MLB The Show 25. Kutch is always one of my favorite swings in the game. I'll definitely be trying to earn him this weekend through Weekend Classic.
Oh, yeah. I love Andrew McCutcheon cards, but back full screen here. It is the Weekend Classic of the Andrews. And honestly, shout out Andrew on the live design team, rounding out the trifecta. The second Weekend Classic exclusive player is none other than Andrew Miller.
Cody, that's a sassy lefty.
That's a sassy lefty with a circle changeup, too. Yeah, Andrew Miller getting the changeup on his prime card. That's going to help him a ton. Slider primary. I was telling Ashley earlier, I can't hit this guy even when he doesn't have a changeup. I don't know if it's his arm slot or what, but when he comes in the game against me, I just get sad instantly.
It's
I'm
terrifying.
not scoring
It's
this
okay,
inning.
Cody.
Yeah.
And I don't know where the live content team gets off adding a circle change to Andrew Miller, who's already unhittable. He's going to be really tough to hit. I think he's going to be in a lot of bullpens. And what I like to see, 2 prime players, Ashley, which is
Right.
only going to help with the collection.
Oh, yes. So the prime collection numbers, those aren't changing, but you're seeing more prime cards being added into into the game with McCutchen, with Miller. Therefore, if you're still on your way to unlocking Prime Ian Kinsler and Prime Lance Berkman in that Prime collection, these are 2 cards to aid you in that journey.
Yeah, 2 great rewards. Excited to see. The Andrew Miller Yankees card's always cool too. I think of him as a Guardian because he helped with their postseason run so much, but you can't forget that he was an absolute dog on the Yankees too, so pretty cool.
Oh, he was incredible. But back full screen real quick. Cody, if you want to give us a rundown, just in case people are new or they need a reminder, what is Weekend Classic? What's the time frame we're looking at? Because it's Thursday, not Friday.
Yeah, Weekend Classic is our, once every ranked season, most competitive mode where you can earn the best rewards in Diamond Dynasty. Today, it's starting on Thursday, obviously with the holiday tomorrow. It's still going to run through Tuesday next week. So it's just basically an extra day on this Weekend Classic. A couple of notes, you can participate in whatever your rating is. You can hop on and play and earn rewards. And also, this will be the first Weekend Classic with no gold difficulties. So Immortal, anything 900 plus is going to be on Legend for this Weekend Classic. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was a big
spot.
change. Yeah, we made a big change there in patch 16, I think, where what you're going to see, GOAT's still in the game, but but it's not going to be in these top tier head-to-head modes.
In ranked or Weekend Classic.
Correct. So we heard everyone's feedback there. For a player of my caliber, I didn't really have to worry about it, but we're hearing feedback. I think that'll be a really good change. Weekend Classic, get in there. Try to win those first 6 games. I had so much fun with it a couple weeks ago. I'm excited to get back in there and play again.
Oh, I'm pumped. Now, Cody, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties on our end, so we won't be able to show each of the Weekend Classic thresholds. Luckily, it's the 4th go-around. A lot of our fans know what to expect, but offhand, any changes that they should be looking out for depending on where they're aligning this Weekend Classic?
Yeah, I think the reward structure is pretty similar to last Weekend Classic. Obviously, we've updated, the packs to be more relevant in the current time. So you're going to have opportunities to earn guaranteed spotlight players from June. You're going to have opportunities to earn more recent chase packs, stuff like that. Ballin' as a habit packs, and obviously the stub rewards are still there. So lots of opportunities to earn a ton of great stuff.
As it stays, Weekend Classic is your go-to for rewards. You can still become a $250,000 if you're in that Immortal division, and you can get there on Legend instead of GOAT this go-around.
Yeah.
Pretty solid deal.
I think a lot of people are going to be playing. I'm excited to watch some of those top players stream this weekend for sure.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. I'm excited to play. We'll see. I won, 5-1 last time?
So we got to go 6-0.
It was an insane run. I literally won 5 in a row, and then I lost my final one, and I was like, dang it, so close to perfection.
The pressure.
Right? But that is Weekend Classic. Once again, going live in the next 30 minutes or so. You get an extra day because we're all celebrating a 3-day weekend. It will still end on Tuesday at 11 a.m. in the morning. So an extra day, more time to get in, play. Honestly, the extra day is going to make the leaderboards even more exciting. Another day of variability, wins and losses,
For
more
sure.
rewards on the line. But that is Weekend Classic, and today's all about the 5th inning, Carson and Cody. And so similarly to last time, we want to start off with our Cornerstone Evolution cards. Cody, we'll turn it on over to you for who is number 1 for the 5th inning XP path.
Yeah, so we've got Alex Gordon, one of the Cornerstone players that you can earn. One of the best defensive left fielders maybe ever. 2-time Platinum Glove winner, and one of the best Royals ever. So definitely fits the theme of Cornerstone. Big fan of this guy's career. And this is a player you can earn just hopping in the program really quickly, earning his base card through the XP path, and then tossing him in your lineup.
Yeah, I know I'm seeing some mixed reviews in chat, but I'm telling you, I always love playing with Alex Gordon cards. The defense is great, and he always seems to hit a little bit above his attributes. So I'm excited to get this guy for sure in the Cornerstone series.
He has his gold version in the Team Affinity My Journey programs that occasionally pops up in my ranked co-op lineups. And that card has played semi-decently for me. So the fact that we now have his Diamond Cornerstone version, I'm essentially very excited about. I mean, As everybody knows, I'm a White Sox fan. I grew up with Alex Gordon leading that team alongside Salvi Perez. So honestly, it is pretty cool and pretty awesome to see him respected in the Cornerstone Series because he is the definition of a cornerstone for a franchise.
Yeah, so many great years with the Royals for sure. So yeah, go try him. Don't knock him before you try him, chat.
Exactly. But sticking with the Alex Gordon program, we'll see it in the other two. We made some changes here, Cody, for progress. Talk us through it.
Yeah, we want these programs to be quick, and we made some changes last time to make the missions a little shorter. So the first missions you're going to see are still that short, but we've added a ton of additional optional missions. So if you want to just put the cornerstone player in your lineup, and that's it. There's enough here now through missions where you can get it done without having to do any of the moments. So if you're a moments person, you can hop in right away, get 25 points, which is halfway. If you're not, you can just put the lower overall card in your lineup until you knock out a lot of those additional missions that we've added, and you won't have to go back and do the moments from that.
Yeah, I love seeing a lot of these changes. I know chat's loving
They're
it
blowing
too.
up.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun and easy to work your way through these cornerstones, which is what we want, right? Like those are the cards you get at the beginning of the reward path, and you want to be able to progress them, get them in your lineup, and play with them. So that's what we're trying to do here.
Exactly. I'm just a big fan of the versatility and flexibility as we continue to evolve with our programs throughout the year of just more ways to complete them, whether you're a moments truther, a missions guru, if you like one version of card versus another version of a card, or both of them are available for missions depending on the program. It's the true mix and match style to meet everyone's different playing style that I just adore.
For sure. Everyone plays differently, and you want to make sure that they can, get the juices worth the squeeze for every type of player.
I mean, when there's lemons, make lemonade, am I right?
Yeah, I'm with you.
There you go. But Alex Gordon is the first Cornerstone evolution to the dev kit. Cody, Juan Marichal is going to be our second Cornerstone.
Yeah, this is another guy who spent his entire career with the Giants franchise. Great career for Juan Marichal. I am a big Juan Marichal fan in this game. I know he's not the most popular name, but for me, he's always been amazing. I love the slider primary that he throws pretty hard, and then he just throws a bunch of junk. Also, like a 71-mile-an-hour changeup is pretty funny. So, yeah, don't sleep on this guy, I'd say, and great career for Juan Marichal.
Yeah, that's like Yeefus territory. You know what I mean?
I was going to say that.
Those are some quirky pitches in his pitch mix. I love seeing 4 off speeds, Ashley. He'll be fun to play with for sure.
Oh, for real. I mean, imagine you start a game with Juan Marichal. He's going to go the distance because of that 112 stamina, but maybe you're in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, you're bringing the back end of your bullpen, and then you throw in, say, Eric Gagne.
Yeah.
Or say that Aroldis Chapman that still plays from New Threads however long ago, and you start changing speeds on your opponents. Good night.
Yeah, you can get awful cerebral with this card, which we like.
Without a doubt. So Juan Marichal, of course, shout out our resident Giants fan, Brendan, on the live design team. But back to full screen, we have one more cornerstone to talk through. And Cody, I know he's no longer an A, but we got to throw it to you to talk the final one.
Yeah, they keep doing this to me. Last inning we had Marcus Semien, Rangers cornerstone. This inning we've got Giants Matt Chapman cornerstone. I told them if Matt Olson is a cornerstone next inning, we're gonna have some problems. So, but yeah, Matt Chapman won his first NL Gold Glove with the Giants last year, and big cornerstone for the franchise moving forward. A little bit of a different take on this one, and some pretty cool reverse splits for him on this card.
Right, your sassy lefties are safe, but righties, not so much for Chapman, Carson.
Yeah, he's going to rake. I like seeing some good defense from these cornerstone guys this time around. Chapman and Gordon will kind of hold down that left side of the field for you if you're into the defense stuff. Solid hitting, kind of what you expect with the Matt Chapman card, but another cool card that you can get off the jump in the 5th inning.
Would you say, you know what's coming, that Matt Chapman plays the hot cornerstone?
Oh, yeah. I'll allow it.
Maybe.
Colin's looking at us. He's shaking his head.
Don't worry, everybody. It's a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, we're almost there.
We'll be off the clock soon. But Matt Chapman rounds out your 3 Cornerstone Evolution cards for the 5th inning XP path that we will start navigating to right now. So back to the dev kit. As per usual, you'll see these packs right off the jump for the XP path. You see their base versions, diamond versions. We see that trend the last couple XP paths of these three guys. But Cody, same old with this pack?
Yep, if you are missing some older Cornerstone players, we have a rewind round in each of these packs like we have been adding for a bit now. So every time you open one of these packs, there's 3 of them in the path. You'll be able to choose an older Cornerstone base card too, so that'll help you complete some older programs if you don't have them done yet.
Yeah, that's huge. I know a lot of people have reached out to our support team trying to get help with some of these old Cornerstones, so it's nice to be able to get in and get them through the reward path. So anyone that wasn't able to do it before, you can always catch up.
There we go. And you'll see the first one at 7,500, the second one at the same old 27.5K. You'll see, again, more packs, a little less unlockables. The change we made in the 4th inning, it's continuing into the 5th inning. And then very quickly at 70,000 XP, Carson, you'll get all 3 Cornerstones in your lineup.
Yeah, that's pretty quick, especially if you do any of the jumpstart stuff that we'll talk about a little later. You'll be able to get those cards really quickly just by playing the game, playing however you want, and then you could obviously work through the Cornerstone programs, and you got 395s off the jump, so pretty good.
Not too shabby, but we're going to keep on running through the XP path here. More unlockables, more packs at 135,000. We're going to jump straight to it. You saw him on socials earlier today if you follow us. But Cody, who do we have here?
Emmanuel Clase with a very interesting change to his pitch mix. So this is the first Emmanuel Clase we're given a sinker to. They actually went back and reclassified from 2022 onwards. His 4-seamer got reclassified as a sinker. So we went ahead and gave him a sinker on this card too. And first time he's ever had one. So going to be pretty nasty. If we want to go to the quirks too, of course, we're going to show off Emmanuel Clase and his outlier cutter. So he's got something that moves arm side now, which is going to help him a ton, I think.
I have to call out chat. Y'all are so funny. I have a lot of hold on, red alarms going off in chat with the addition of the sinker. Hey, it was updated on Baseball Savant.
What are we supposed to do?
And now it's in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Shout out Kevin, our resident Guardians fan at SDS. He loves Class A. He's all over the sinker change. Yeah, he's going to be an insane card to hit in this game.
Right. And once again, shout out 125 Brian.
Shout out.
It lives on.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. When I saw the sinker chat, I was with you. So he'll be in the 5th inning for anyone that plays the game. One of the best relievers in the game for sure.
Right. And for those of you especially grinding that 6-0 for Weekend Classic, you're going to want to get Emmanuel in your lineup as soon as possible. We'll get into some jump start metrics in just a little bit. But dare I say it, I'm 0 for 1 right now.
No, you're one for one.
All right.
It's Thursday.
Class is in session.
2-0. I'll allow it.
Chat might disagree with you, but I appreciate it, Carson. As we keep going through the XP path, again, more packs. You're starting to see those deluxe choice packs, a change we made in the 4th inning program. Instead of getting random promo packs, you're able to choose which ones you want so you can tackle the collections that you are currently prioritizing. But Cody, we have our first boss pack a little bit earlier than usual.
205,000 XP is all it's going to take to get your first 5th inning boss. We lowered it last inning too, so just trying to make these boss players more accessible. We'll talk about the time on this program too, but definitely want to make sure that y'all are earning these bosses because they're good and they're fun. Yeah.
Yeah, Ashley, I mean, this is a huge move up. They were at 235,000 XP in the 4th inning, so moving up to 205. That's what you said, Cody. It's just going to be so much easier to get to these great players and get them in your lineup and play, which I think a lot of the community is going to be excited for.
Oh, absolutely. Get the card even faster. As Cody said, we'll talk about it a little later, but this XP path is going to be a tad shorter in terms of length or time for completion. It's going to be about a 3-week XP path, but don't worry, we'll make sure that you are getting where you need to be as quickly and efficiently as you know and love about our XP paths. But as we continue along, Prime, as mentioned earlier with McCutcheon and Miller, we're going to help you out even more with those collections, a specific Prime pack where you have a chance to choose one of the random groups that you're going to get, whether it's the base, mid, high overall that our fans know and expect. You'll be able to choose your Prime card through this pack.
Yeah, and I'll say this right now. Here's a little insider info. If you get the mid round on this pack, take Michael Young because he absolutely rakes. He's the only guy I can hit with these days.
It's okay, Carson. You'll get there. I believe in you. But more Prime packs, more Deluxe Choice packs, more packs in general. But Cody, second boss pack time.
Second boss pack at 400K. And then a Deluxe and Prime after that. So just get to 400,000 XP and you'll earn 2 of the 3 bosses just like that. The first one's around 200K. So definitely making sure these are attainable for everybody.
Right, and just like last time, the XP path stays at 440,000 XP with your wheel spins at 30K a pop with more choice packs, more hopefully wheel spins for all of you. I love wheel spins. I got a couple this past weekend during double XP and double PXP weekend, and I was a fan. I love the wheel spins.
It's always so fun when you make it there. You're like,
right.
let's see what we get.
Absolutely. But I know y'all don't want me talking about wheel spins. We want to know who is behind all of these packs. Again, you should follow us on socials. We're always dropping reveals, but just in case you missed it, here's boss number 1. Chipper Jones is your first 5th inning XP path boss. Cody, what is not to love about Chipper Jones?
What's not to love about Chipper Jones? One of the most fan favorite swings we have, one of the most fan favorite players, the switch hitting. This one's got some pretty balanced splits, he's got the power and contact versus right, still 81 power versus left. And very good boss card. Also, one thing I always love about Chipper is his quirks. His quirks are so good. So, very good first boss to show off to our fans here.
Yeah, Ashley, we talked about it the other day, but I love that we have the Stadium Club card art in there too.
I love it. It's my favorite as like a real life collector.
It looks so good, and the attributes back up how good the card art looks. The defense is really good. I know usually you see his fielding in like that 65-70 range, up to 82. You P5 that's up to 87. This is a really good card that you can earn just by playing the game. I'm sure he'll be a lot of people's first choice, but there are 2 other great players as well, Ashley.
There are 2 others as well. I do got to shout out real quick that Dead Red quirk. That's personally my favorite quirk on a hitter's card. And what is pretty cool about Chipper Jones is he kind of led the way early in the game cycle. He was actually a World Series reward for the second ranked ever. So now you see an even better Chipper Jones now that we're months removed from that rank. That is obtainable just by playing everywhere, getting XP.
Yeah, I think the community is really excited as this is one of the bosses, one of the 3 bosses.
One of the 3. To your point, we have a boss number 2. Let's hit it, Colin.
Ashley, Greg Maddux is your second boss choice. Talk to me about this card.
I mean, Greg Maddux, we were talking about it earlier. He is the epitome of pinpoint control and accuracy on the mound. He's going to do it with his sinker. He's going to do it with his cutter, the circle change, the slider, what is he throwing? A 72-mile-per-hour curveball? I'm not touching this card, Carson.
I love using this card in our game, Cody. Talk to me about what you think off the jump here.
Yeah, the professor, he's got the control, 101 walks per nine. I love the pitching clutch too. He's going to be able to get out of jams with that 117, and 100 hits per nine is really not that bad for what historically Greg Maddux cards have had too. I also love the 63 velo. That actually can be a good thing for a card like Maddux because the lower the velo, the smaller pars you're going to get when you're pitching. So long story short, Greg Maddux is going to be able to dot very well. And like you said, a lot of good speed differentials, sinker cutter, and that slow curve.
Yeah, Ashley, if we can cycle through like the pitch break and control, I think this jumped out to me a ton. Like seeing the high pitch break, high control for all these pitches, he's exactly what you said. Pinpoint, he's going to dot, and he's really going to, trick up some people with that speed differential. So I think people will like this card.
Oh, yeah. Perfect pitcher, especially as you start playing Weekend Classic. But Carson, Cody, our fans are noticing a theme with what team these cards belong to. Let's check out boss number 3. Hank Aaron is your third and final 5th inning XP path. Cody, 3 Braves. What's up with that?
3 Braves, 3 All-Star Series cards. So All-Star game in Atlanta this year, really playing into it. Hank Aaron with the all-time record for most All-Star appearances. He was in an All-Star game 25 times, which is just insane to think about. So 3 Braves All-Star legends for our bosses this inning.
Yeah, Hammer and Hank, another great option with this Braves theme boss pack, celebrating the All-Star game like you mentioned in Atlanta. Cody, 125 Brian, like you put him in the 3 or 4 hole, he's going to get you a ton of hits.
Oh, yeah. I think this is yet again another XP path that I will need to find a way to save up my stubs, get the 3rd boss to get the whole trifecta of notable All-Stars for Atlanta, because if you haven't heard, the All-Star game and all the events are in Atlanta, and we're going to be there. We, as in MLB The Show, will have more details on our appearances at the end of today's stream, but Hank Aaron, Chipper Jones, Greg Maddux are your 3 bosses. And Cody, when you get to 200,000 XP, who are you snagging first?
This might be a hot take, but I'm probably going to go with Maddux first. I really like pitching with him. Sometimes you run into somebody that can read him really well, but a lot of the times you might have people off balance for the first couple innings. You don't really get a ton of reps against a pitcher like this, and so I kind of like what Carson said earlier, like being a little cerebral and kind of dicing people up for a bit is fun for me. So, yeah, definitely going to do that with this Greg Maddux.
Yeah, Cody, I'm with you. I'm taking Maddux as well. I know people are probably shocked it's not Chipper, but respectfully, that Devers New Threads card is not going anywhere. So we're going to keep Maddux. What about you, Ashley?
I mean, Chipper Jones, I love my switch hitters. I love Chipper's swing. He's going to be the card for me. Now, I have it in good authority that all this content is going to be pushed out within maybe the next 8 minutes or so. So, to get through the rest of what we want to show you today, real quick for the XP path, we will have the collection of the 4th inning bosses, collect all 3 of them, and for the first time, you will get a 50,000 XP boost in the program. Collect all 3 of our Atlanta Braves bosses for a 50K boost in the next inning program.
That's a big jump, Ashley.
Huge jump, especially we're talking 3 weeks, still a short XP path, but because of that time frame, we have something else here, Carson.
Yeah, we threw in a bunch of exchanges here, Cody. I know we talked about this already before the stream, but this is really another great option for people that want to just like get these cards and start playing. We have these optional exchanges that will really jumpstart your reward path progress.
Absolutely. Back to the full screen here. We've talked about a lot. We'll get into the on deck slides in just a moment. But Cody, before we let you go, anything else, whether it's Weekend Classic content that you want to share to our fans?
Yeah, don't forget Weekend Classic is starting today. It's going to run through Tuesday, so an extra day on the Weekend Classic. And we've been hearing a lot that y'all have been enjoying Weekend Classic a ton and, would like to see it more often. So as a surprise, we are going to be doing an extra in the middle of the ranked season Weekend Classic for this upcoming season. It is going to run from July 16th through July 21st. You'll see that after this Weekend Classic expires. It's not going to interfere with the traditional timing of Weekend Classic, so even once that's over, you're still going to have another Weekend Classic at the end of the next ranked season.
So what I'm hearing,
That's
Cody,
clutch.
yeah, we're smushing another Weekend Classic in between the 2 inning programs, right? Essentially.
Yep. This
Wow.
ranked season's going to have 2 Weekend Classics. It's going to be
Awesome.
fun.
That's fun. Well, Cody, thank you so much for being on stream. We appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for having me. See ya.
Thanks, Cody.
Alrighty, Carson, we've talked a lot about all the content. It's going to be playable in just about 5 minutes, and we might have one more surprise we need to get to before those 5 minutes. So, Colin, if we want to hit up the on deck for us, what can our fans expect here, Carson?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to start off with a bang. The 5th inning program is going to be here within less than 10 minutes. Go get your bosses, go get your cornerstones. Ton of great rewards there. And then, of course, we have Lightning, Weekend Classic. We have the whole shebang. You're going to want to play Weekend Classic. Get that Kutch. Get that Andrew Miller. I'm all over that. And then, of course, we started the stream off with Lightning. We have the Juan Soto, which you can get literally just by playing the Spotlight drops. And then, of course, the Retro Lightning player as well. So tons of options there. New content coming July 8th.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah, we're going to, have the long weekend, but we're going to hit the ground running next week. You guys have so much content to play today. But new ranked, new BR, new programs. You're not going to want to miss it. And then, of course, the Scouting Report Pack. This one's going to be good. Make sure you're signed up for the Scouting Report Pack. I have on good authority that it could help with the Beltron collection.
Interesting.
So make sure you sign up there on theshow.com. You're not going to want to miss it. And I'm being told that the golden ticket reward will have a Ted Williams autographed bat for one lucky winner that's
Can I
subscribed
win
to
it?
the Scouting Report. I don't think we can win it. So go sign up right now. And then, of course, All-Star, everything in Atlanta. We're going to have a booth set up there. Tons of information to come out next week. So keep an eye on theshow.com. We're very excited to celebrate All-Star, not only in-game, but in person. So if you're in Atlanta, we'd love to see you swing by the booth. Like I said, more information to come on theshow.com next week.
Absolutely. Full screen once again. All this content is available to you from the whole studio effort. Special shout outs to the live design team. Huge shout outs to LSQA. Our QA teams are absolutely incredible. And a huge, mega, incredible shout out to our live art team, constantly putting out the best of the best cards you can possibly picture in programs. As always, make sure you're following us on socials. We always have special sneak peeks and teasers before we get to a stream. And always make sure you're here right when stream starts. You never know what we might start the show off with, like that Lightning Juan Soto. But thank you all very much for watching. And you'll be able to play this content in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, Ashley, you never know what we're going to start with on a stream. You also never know what we're going to end with. There's one more Grind 99 player program that people will be able to play. The first ever 99 overall grindable player in MLB The Show 25. And I think it's celebrating something that happened yesterday.
A huge congratulations to Clayton Kershaw, the 20th pitcher to reach 3,000 strikeouts. Colin, let's hit it.
Press the button. Press the button. Press the button.